Brand love, it's the Brooklyn way. But no, it's all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine.
Get your share on, everybody. We are here. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. Hey.
I let my cake rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo.
Oh. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. But we don't know about that kind of love right now. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. Hit that share button, everyone. Now you know. Hey, everyone. Ladies, say word.
Say word.
Hit that share button, everybody. Let me see who is on. Let me see who is on today. How y'all feeling out there? Can you hear us?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little hungry. I ain't gonna lie.
Me too, Nikki.
Let's see who is on out there. Oh my! I need to charge my phone. Hold up. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. I'm so excited, y'all, to see a vision come together. Them girls from Brooklyn, them island girls from Brooklyn. I'm so excited to be able to share this space. Family, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the first inaugural show for Say Word. Say Word. Say Word. Number one. It's the number one on the books. Yes. Say word. Let me see who's on. Can y'all see who's on from your side? I'm going to see who's on my end. I want you guys to hit the share button before we get into this broadcast. Hit that share button. Tag your friends. We know it's a Monday night and your Monday nights are never going to be the same. Okay? So we're going to be talking, having ourselves a good old time, and really talking about things that, we have the morning prayer in the mornings, and we have the Well, we have Church Mind and Matter, we have Sister Claudia, we have all kinds of people on the network, but we don't have an entertainment show. So, disclaimer, we're going to keep it 100 here. Okay. Yes. Ooh, let's see. We got. Elaine is on. Phyllis is on. Javanka is on. Denise is on. Brenda is on. Terrence is on. Hey, family. Janelle is on. Oh my goodness! Hit that share button. Hit that share button, everybody. Did you guys hit that share button?
I'm still trying to figure out how to do it.
You see on the left side of your page. This is technology, everybody. On the left side of your page, you see the share button. Just hit share. And then, hit that share button. And then I'm going to post it. I hit my share button. Everybody should have been able to share. Everybody share. Oh, thank you, Phyllis, for tagging. Janelle says, hello, beautiful ladies. Hey. Hit that share button. Hit that share button. So, listen, I am so excited. It is such an awesome... Okay, so when a plan comes together and then you're actually doing it, it's like so dope.
It's crazy. I still can't believe this. I can't.
Me either.
I think this,
Jackie
so
will
excited.
rope you into some things.
Well, listen, you know what, Candace, do you remember your vision for having a show? And it was going to be a docuseries, and we want to talk about women and their experiences and life and all this stuff. And think about it, just to give you guys some background, we grew up together in Brooklyn. And so spread love is the Brooklyn way. Yeah. Hey. Excuse the verbiage. I don't know what the song said. I tried to get a clean version of the song. I'm gonna have to get somebody to remix it.
Yes.
But But we all grew up in Brooklyn together, and we all have Caribbean. So we're all first generation American, right?
Yep.
Yes, I'm actually
Yeah.
first generation.
First
born here.
generation. So that experience alone is an experience we want to take you through with us because because it is hilarious. It's a funny experience. But if any of you guys have ever vacationed to a Caribbean, then you guys can enjoy and appreciate the fruits of or the island itself. But the people are very, 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 very interesting.
Very.
Yes.
And beautiful, of course.
Beautiful,
And beautiful.
of course. Beautiful, of course. But so you think about having immigrant parents, basically. And so I was talking to my mom and I said, Mom, yes, I was born here and you raised me, but I'm first generation American. You're Jamaican. Dad is Jamaican or was Jamaican. And so my kids are actually being raised as Americans, but they still want to be Caribbean. But
Mine's too.
I was raised Caribbean
Yep.
in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So that's why I said Brooklyn is an island. You had every restaurant.
Its own. It has everything there.
Everything.
Everything.
This is right. And so so the experience, so through this show we're gonna be making jokes and really sharing in that experience. But what I always realize, so we all live out of state now. So it's interesting that we rep Brooklyn so hard. But it's nothing like it. Especially when we grew up there. And so
Yep.
we're gonna be referencing a lot to what Brooklyn is. But Brooklyn is different now than it was when we grew up.
Yes.
It has changed a lot. Every time I go back home, it has changed a whole lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
And so we want you to chime in as we talk about our topics. Denise says I shared it. Took a minute to find it. Thurman is on. My god brother.
I can't even.
Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Candace.
Yeah.
Oh, Thurman is on, Candace.
Hey, Thurman.
My god brother. Janelle says Brooklyn Pride. Everybody from New York, no matter what state you lived in. I've lived in Florida, I've lived in Atlanta, I lived in Maryland, and when you be like, "Oh, you from New York?"
Yes.
So,
yes.
but so anyway, that's why we have Brooklyn Pride. So I just wanted to kind of give you an introduction. I'm Jack Sams, and I am one of the CEOs here at Amplify Network. And our goal is to use technology to spread love, to spread the word of God, to spread entertainment, to spread just good vibes throughout the whole world. And so we're using technology to do it. And so we're creating content and shows that can really have you leave each program different, happy, energized, more improved, woke, I should say. And so, my parents are from Jamaica. I'm from Brooklyn, and that's why I'm one of them girls from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Candace, would you introduce yourself to the whole family out here? We got we have a lot of people viewing. It's so good to have you on. I have to see who's on YouTube. Thurman, it's so good to have you on. He said maybe we should have stayed in Brooklyn. Maybe we should have stayed.
We should have stayed. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon or good evening, right? Wow, it's late.
Right, good evening.
I'm Candy. Call me Candy Carter. I live in Jersey now with my two wonderful children and my husband and my now extended family, the Carters. So I met Frank in Temple, and that was in Philly when I lived in Philly for a moment, and then we got married, moved to Jersey, raising kids, working, and just enjoying life to the fullest, or at least trying to. Yeah, so as Jackie said, we're all those Brooklyn girls, and I was raised in a very Caribbean household, family from Trinidad and Tobago, represent Trinis.
Woo,
So,
woo, woo.
that was a big part of my upbringing and who I am today. And as Jackie said, my kids, they love the Caribbean, and they love to say that they're from the Caribbean, and they're like, well, my mom is Caribbean. So yeah, so it's great. I'm really happy to be here, happy to be a part of this. When I first thought about doing a show, and I talked to Jackie about it. Never thought that we would be here today, actually putting it together with these two wonderful ladies. And for us, this is like normal conversation. We get together and we have great conversation. We talk about lots of different topics, and I think that our conversations can be deep, they can be fun. So we figured, why not share it with everybody, and hopefully you guys can enjoy what we have to offer today. So that's my introduction, and I'll pass it over to my homegirl, Nikki.
Yeah, Dr. Nikki's in the
AKA
house.
Pumpkin.
Hi, my name is Dr. Nikki, also known as Nicole Sargent, and I'm a physical therapist, and I'm an entrepreneur on the side. I actually have my own medical scrub line that has been launched that you guys have probably been seeing all over Facebook. It's called Morgan Taylor Scrubs, and they're made to fit and cover and protect your curves for women's sizes extra small to 2XL. I'm originally from Brooklyn, first
Whoop, whoop.
generation here. I'm a mixed mutt, as a lot of people say. So mine is kind of tricky. But my mom is born in Honduras and raised in Belize. My mom's mom is from Jamaica. My grandfather on my mom's side is from Belize. And my father's from St. Vincent, Chateaubriand, big it up, Vincy. And and also my father's side is also from Barbados. So I'm a little mix up. And I was actually born and raised in Brooklyn, like I said, and we actually had everybody in the house. I don't know if everybody can relate who's not from Brooklyn, but we had a household that had basically 3 floors, and my family lived on, I had somebody representing from either side of the family. So if I had Spanish food, I had West Indian food, I got a little bit of everything. I miss those days. But we have some interesting stories I could tell you from me growing up. I actually have moved to Maryland. I work in DC. I came out here to go to Howard University for PT school and got my doctorate at Alabama State University. And here I am today with these beauties right here. So looking forward to see what's to come. This is going to be amazing.
So good. Woo! Look, y'all don't understand. This is show number 1, so I'm doing all kinds of stuff. I'm doing all kinds of production stuff. Y'all gonna have to roll with it. And those of you guys who know me in the morning, y'all know I'm doing cameras. I'm doing everything. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Listen, as we go on in the show, hi Ernest. Ernest is on. Anna says, hey ladies. Hi Anna. Anna grew up with us in Brooklyn. Kim is on. Hey Kim. Terrence is on. She said BK Massive. It's Kim Hanaway. Kim Hanaway, come on. Do you remember Avenue D? That's all I had to say.
Avenue D.
With Donna.
Peeps is on here too.
Oh my goodness. Hey everyone. We want y'all to know this is a show for all of us. Yes, this is a show for everyone. So just know that although we big up where we're from, we should be proud, be excited about where you're from and your culture and all that other stuff. And the greatest thing is that we share it with everybody so that we all can be a part. Right? Okay. So definitely we want to get on. So listen, Okay, I'm talking now, so let me make sure because let me put this up. Okay, so I'm going to introduce. I'm so excited. Candace is going to be moderating this show. We all are going to be moderating our different topics and different things like that. But I just want to introduce once again Candy to say word. And so listen, I want you guys to type in say word, and even if you're not from New York, you're gonna understand when somebody says something. You be like, say word. Like, did that really happen? Oh, really? That's going on? So just type in say word. Say word. Y'all know that. So Candace.
All right, guys. So as Jackie said, we're going to be covering all sorts of topics. And I think with everything happening right now, one of the things that we talked about discussing, obviously, were politics. And kind of wanted to start off with Black Lives Matter. So we know that right now things are a little bit crazy with everything that's been happening all over the world. Kind of started off with Ahmaud Arbery, and everyone on this show should be familiar with what happened with him. But he was jogging down the street. Three men cornered him, and unfortunately, he was murdered. And that really sparked a lot of, just sadness, anger, frustration amongst, people. And I think that, for me at that point, it was like, wow, another situation. Here we go again. Let's walk. I did the share for the run, to do the run. And, then we moved on. And to the best that we felt like we could move on.
Correct.
But then we had this situation happen with George Floyd, and at least for me, it was very difficult to watch that video. I never really quite watched the full video. For me, I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it, and
I couldn't watch it either. To be very honest with you, Nikki, did you watch the?
Couldn't watch the whole thing.
And I know Brenda's watching. I know we shared this in the morning that she couldn't watch it either. I saw enough images, and to say, man, I don't know if I can handle this.
Right. And I just, but you didn't have to watch it to be, so traumatized by the situation and to really feel the anger and the frustration and the hurt once again. That here it is, we're back at square one with this another situation involving, injustice and police brutality amongst the Black African American community. So protests started, and then we saw this real big push for Black Lives Matter, and so much so that, on the national level, it was all over the world. And then also on the local level, you saw where, counties, like I live in a county in New Jersey. In South Jersey, we have counties. We have townships, and we actually had protests in different townships. So myself and Frank and Olivia and CJ attended a really great walk, and it started in one of our towns called Glassboro, New Jersey, and it ended in Deptford. So it was very moving, and to see all of those people out there protesting and chanting and coming together to really, to just try to see why this is happening and what we can do to make a difference through protests. And I mean, there were protests all around the country that weren't necessarily, peaceful, but, things that have to happen. I mean, people were, what they call so-called rioting, but I mean, at the end of the day, I saw a lot of companies put up that to them they could rebuild. Nordstrom, everyone knows I love to shop. They put up that, listen, we can always rebuild, but we can't bring back what happened to those people, or we can't bring back a life. So it was very divided. I find, at least for me, my experience amongst a lot of people here in South Jersey, it was very divided, and it was unfortunate. But then I was also pleasantly surprised by all of the people who joined together to really speak up. And I know that a couple of people on here, that I follow on Facebook, they talked about the frustrations of not hearing other people speaking up. And that has been, I think, the biggest thing right now is that we need our other people to speak up on this issue. So that's been my experience. I don't know if you guys want to share like what's been your experience nationally, locally, just at home, how you feel about everything that's been happening.
It's been an emotional roller coaster for me, to see, period. It was bound to happen because we've been going through this for a very long time, and I am all for it, right? I'm all for it. I do believe that it's disheartening to see that there are people out there who still turn their face away to, and not, and being blind to the whole situation, and act like racism is not going on, and and it amazes me. But it also, on the other end, I was happy to see so many people who are actually opening up and talking about it and actually saying something and doing something. So it was great to see, and I do believe that it's going to be something beautiful. I believe it's the first step to making a change, but we have a long way to go. And but I think it's beautiful, and I've given back in certain ways, as in signing petitions and donating money, because since I'm in the healthcare, I have to really look out for my coworkers and for my patients. So I can't be out there as much as I would love to be out there, rioting and protesting. I wouldn't say rioting, but protesting and walking with everybody. I've chose to help out in other ways, spreading the word and donating, like I said, and signing petitions. And it just makes me proud to see all the beautiful people out there who are standing up for what needs to be done right now.
I think that's
How
great,
about you,
Nikki.
Jacq? How about you, Jacq?
I chose the route of praying through it. And the thing about it is that most people don't know that I lost my nephew in police. He was in police custody. Well, actually, he was not feeling well, and he got stopped, and was handcuffed, and it was a rainy night, and my sister doesn't like me to talk about. It's very heavy, and it's been 10 years. But I don't believe that he was protected. I believe that every person should have the right to get home. And I find that people in my immediate circle from different cultures, whether you are American or from a different country, white, black, I feel that everybody wants to be able to do something. They're thinking, what can I do? And a lot of people are at a loss. For us, we've been experiencing these things, and we've kind of been able to get on and move through our life, try to work on success and not work on these things that have these underlying issues that we face, and still be able to love. And
Right.
So my focus have been on how do we still just love. And it's because I understand the pain and the loss, and being a black woman, you never escape it. You actually manage. So it's kind of like operating in dysfunction. So we learn how to manage dysfunction, right? And so we find laughter, and we need a break, and we need to like, I haven't even, to be honest with you, watched a lot of TV in these months. So we came out of one thing, and I know the conversation is like, oh, well, we've been talking about this for so long, but we've really been dealing with it for so long. And the topic that I find to be interesting is the all lives matter, and I do completely believe that all lives matter. The difference I feel is that the difference is that the blackness is the threat, and so as opposed to all lives being mattered. The thing that I can't change about myself is the threat, and that's what changes the game. And so yes, all lives matter, but we have to recognize it. I would love to just be like, oh well, maybe that's not happening. And I was watching a clip about I think it was Lil Wayne and Morgan Freeman talking about their lack of experience for racism, which is great. They've been in a position where they haven't had to in their careers. They've been able to be shielded, but most people have. And so there was this comment, Nikki, that you had posted, and I found it to be interesting. It talked about white privilege doesn't mean your life hasn't been hard. It just means that the color of your skin isn't one of those things that make it harder. And that was something that was posted on social media, and I felt like that described it very well, because we don't want to diminish anybody's life. Your life probably has been hard, your experiences have been hard, but the difference is that the color of your skin doesn't make it harder for you. So we all have those experiences in life that we naturally have. We all are praying to get through this. We're all trying to get to the next level. But the difference is that the fact of just that I got a little bit of melanin in my skin, then it shifts. And
it's a shame and
I would say culturally, having parents from a different country where there are more people that are brown, and we have mixtures in the country, but their experience in their country is different. So they come over you, and they don't teach you that there is racism or anything like that, because they don't experience it in that way. Now the whole world is woke, but that is not something that is passed down from generation to generation in our experience as Caribbean Americans. It happens. Right. And I mean, now, yes, there's colorism, and I think in countries like that, it's classism. It's how much money you got.
Yep. Status.
That's right.
It's definitely status. Status is a huge thing.
Yeah. So, I find that the experience is different, but no matter, we're all people. And but there is a direct attack on people that got some melanin in their skin, black folks. And we have to be honest with it. We have to be real about it, because if you're not real about something and you cover it, then how can and you say you're gonna pray about it and you're gonna make some change, but you're not willing to really see it. And so we do have to see it. It's a conversation that never leaves us. We just kind of have to move on so we can get on.
We learn how to deal with it.
I think that's a really important point that you make, that it's very important that, number one, that people understand that we need to be able to speak up without judgment, without having to explain ourselves, without having to justify what we are experiencing and what we're feeling. It's just what we are experiencing and feeling, point blank, period. And I think that if you want to really show support, that's how you do it. You educate yourself, and then you educate others. The big part of this is educating your family members. So for all non-blacks, that's what you do. You educate yourself, and then you go educate your family and your friends, so that you create generations of people who are not then doing what these unfortunate generations behind them, like their grandparents, are doing. So, I have a lot of people who tell me that, I'm different and I want to teach my children differently. And that's a great start, because now we're creating a future where we will have children who have been taught to about racism and understand what, people of color experience. And so now when they become CEOs and the people who have to let people, go through admissions for colleges and all the things that people of power have, they are now seeing things differently. So that's what we are trying to accomplish here. That's what we want. I'm always open to talking, and I know that you guys are the same. So, our encouragement is for anybody watching or anyone watching the replay on this, that's what you do, educate yourself and really learn and understand, because for us, it's like you said, it's an everyday thing that we're experiencing, and it's difficult. We all have, our husbands, boyfriends, our black sons, black daughters, brothers, black sisters, uncles, nieces, nephews, godchildren. So for us, it's an everyday thing. We have to pray, and we want to know that our families are safe.
So, we want everybody to be able to come home.
Yeah. Right, if they're coming home. And I've actually had the honor to speak to friends that are white, and I've had questions about white privilege, and also how can I make things better, and it actually opened up some great dialogue and some great conversations, and I also was able to hear other people's perspectives, and and I think this is great. It's opening up a whole new chapter, ball game. It's people are woke, right?
Yeah.
Is that what we're going to?
They woke.
Yes, it's
say
a great
word.
thing.
Say word. Say word. Say word. They woke. And I appreciate that. I actually appreciate the conversation. I appreciate the realness of what's happening, and people being able to just say it and be okay. I can still love you and say what I gotta say.
Right.
I can still love you and pray. I can still love you, and I think what it happens is that it's the guilt, but it is not. It is. I wouldn't even say it was. These things happened, and so what we shouldn't feel any guilt unless we're not doing anything right now.
Correct. Right. So,
and we all can do stuff. And speaking of doing things, how about that Black Lives Matter painting that we're seeing now in all the cities across the world and the country?
Right.
So it's been wonderful for me to see that. But there's a little controversy now, so I don't know if you guys have heard the latest. But
what's the latest?
The latest is Mayor de Blasio. New York people, you could chime in at any point, but I've heard from a little birdie that he's planning to paint Black Lives Matter down, where the Trump Towers are. And I heard that
say word
really going over very well with the president.
Say word.
Say word.
So, so I mean, for me, I know that it's just been amazing to experience that through other people's experience, where I have a few people I've seen on social media who have actually gone to DC to take pictures and to just stand there and be a part of that. And I know in Brooklyn, I think on Fulton Street now, any of my New York peoples, you can chime in. I know that they've put a Black Lives Matter there. So I think it's just been great to see that. And, I am curious to see if that is going to happen in New York. Down that street. Happen. You don't think it's going to happen? How many people think it's going to happen on social media?
Yeah, you guys chime in. Well, I just want to say that Mel said this is a great conversation. And so I see clapping hands from Helen. She says she's from New York. You guys, this is we want you to chime in if there's any comments. This is our inaugural show, and so we still have some topics we want to get through, but we did want to spend some time, and this is how we lend our voice and our platform to making change. And so guys, chime in, continue to hit that share button, because this is definitely still an entertainment show, but we are going to be handling topics. We just keeping it 100. So we're going to be talking about many, many different things. And so what do you feel about, do you think it's going to happen in New York?
Yes, let us know. Let us know in the comments. But in the meantime, I'm going to kind of move on because I know we want to cover a couple of other things. So another topic that we've been all discussing, and I know that this has been something that's affected every last person on the show and off, COVID-19.
Right.
So how has it been for you? I'll start off, and I know that You know, I've had many conversations with you too about that and on my experience, and it's been interesting. It's been a blessing in some ways. You know, I've been home, working from home, and I've had the opportunity to spend a lot of time with my children, and getting the house organized and getting myself back to normal, because you know, everyone that knows me knows that I do a whole lot of running with work and the children, and you know, just their sports and activities. It's a lot, and you know, I know a lot of people on here can relate to that as well. So for me, like I said, it's been a blessing in that way. And then of course, you know, it's been very sad to hear of all the people who have been sick, who have lost their lives. You know, being from New York, you know, I know that you guys can relate. It's very difficult because we have a lot of friends and family that are still there. So when a lot of people ask me about my experience when I'm on different meetings for work, I'll say, you know, I have a lot of friends and family in New York, and you know, specifically my brother and sister are there, and you know, it's scary. It's scary because I don't want to get the phone call that anybody's sick, and you know, or anyone's passed away. So it's been very, very hard in that respect, and obviously, you know, having to change up a lot of what we do. You know, no more socializing the way that we used to, and you know, we know we're all very social people.
Very social.
Very social.
Yeah, just stay tuned Jackie, for this season. We're gonna be doing all kinds of stuff here.
Jackie, everyone knows about Jackie. Jackie is the hostess with the mostest. Okay, the party extraordinaire. Okay, and so even for me, it's like, man, no parties, no parties. Like, wait, what's happening here? So, you know, we've had to change up some things, right? You know, wearing the masks and sanitizing and not being able to go to restaurants and movies and things of that nature. But I mean, I feel like at this point, it's been how many months? 4 months, 5 months now, and you know, I know in Jersey we're doing very, very well. You know, with it, so you know, everyone has been adhering to some guidelines. So I'm very happy to say that we're one of the states that, you know, we are flattening the curve, and
which is
New York is doing very well, and you know, so that's been my experience. So how about you guys?
Well, I'm glad Jersey's doing well.
Yeah, but my sister and brother are. I'm glad they're doing fine.
Yeah, but the numbers in Florida are rising, and Texas, and you know, it's getting crazy, and so for us,
it's bound to happen, especially when you're opening up everything. You're gonna see a rise, you know, and you also see the people out there who don't wear masks because they don't believe in wearing masks. You know, they're not social distancing, and people out there are oblivious to everything. They think that this is not real. Some people feel like, oh, this is a way to control us, and it's real, people.
It's real, people. It's real. I had a friend that died early on, and of COVID. We 2 people here at Amplify, on the Amplify team, contracted, one in Texas, one here in Maryland, and you know, it's a real thing. But like I said, you know, we really know how to live in dysfunction because even though it's
true,
it's been a horrible experience. In order to stay sane, being trapped in and really trying to figure out your new normal, you know, you have to find some sort of joy in the process. Anna says, blessed to be working from home, but hard to deal with ESP with a husband who has pre-existing conditions. And we know that, yes, we know that he's been fighting, you know, for many years, but he's strong. Helen says, I'm sorry for the loss of the lives, but this is my new normal. And you know, I always feel like there's always have to be some sort of joy. So for a couple of weeks during this COVID time, I was spending a lot of time with my mother and my aunt on WhatsApp. And so anybody who have WhatsApp know that you can do at least 4 calls. And I'm just going to segue into this is how I spent my COVID. So y'all take a listen.
I don't know. I can't figure that. Hips and legs. Shoulders too.
Shoulders too. You got a shoulder.
Hips and legs. Belly, shoulder. That looked like London.
She is so cute. I swear your mom is adorable.
So those of you who don't know what is going on, like you went from COVID to belly, waist, hips, and legs. I was dancing with my mother and my aunt. My aunt is 81, my mother's 76. One is in Brooklyn, the other one is in Florida. And so we got together a couple of times a week and we just danced. You know, I wanted them to get moving, and we were dancing, and I would put on, and everybody say word, say word, say word. I'll put on Barris Hammond.
Yes,
Barris Hammond. Oh, Thurvis and Ondell. And I would put on all the old tunes for them, and we would just dance. And so, like Anna said, you know, she's happy to be working from home. I'm grateful that I'm working from home, and I actually not only we have the studio that we're able to still do these things. So there's a lot of blessing. Now the homeschooling was tough. My kids go to a French immersion program. They're in a French immersion program, and when I tell you, I felt defeated. Dude,
I can understand.
Dude, I felt defeated. I still feel defeated. I'm like, I need a do-over. Straight up, say word. I need a do-over.
I've heard a lot of parents were like this. The most challenging thing for them, they thought would be the social distancing and this and that. No, it has been going back to school. Has been going back to school.
Look, Farris says, God bless. Farris said, God bless. God bless. Terrence says, I've heard of that saying. It's so true. Oh, he's replying to somebody with the mask. Oh, I must have missed the comment. Oh, I'm sorry, everyone.
Okay.
Monique says, Monique says, wear a mask has become a political issue in Florida. My mother always told me those who don't listen will feel.
You know that's
those who can't hear must feel.
You know
Right.
she's Caribbean.
You got it.
Yes, family. Those you guys are gonna be from the Caribbean by the end of this show. Those who can't hear must feel.
Who don't hear gonna feel.
On the other side of things, for me, it's a little bit different since I work in a hospital. There are days, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm crying on the way to work because I don't know what I'm going to deal with when I get there. You know, I've always been afraid of getting COVID, being a carrier of COVID, and not having any symptoms. Also, giving COVID to somebody else. You know, and that's why I have chosen not to go out there and rally with everybody else. But that's just my choice. But I've helped out, in different ways. Yeah. But there's moments I have to call my other healthcare worker friends to help me get through that moment. I'm grateful for my coworkers because we actually were able to, and we still do, sit down and talk about our feelings, and we talk about what we're grateful for each other. And I try my best to look for the good things. And believe you me, it has opened my eyes in so many ways. It's actually allowed me to grow spiritually with God. It also has allowed me to look at the things that I may have done and need to change. And it's also allowed me to surrender.
Come on now. Come on. Wait, is this Monday?
I can't believe how much COVID has allowed me to grow in a good space. And I have to surrender. And we all need to surrender because
yes.
Y'all type that in. I like that. Y'all type in surrender. Type that in. Mary Ann. Now we went to elementary school with Mary Ann. Mary Ann says, she said, "Love you, girl. So nice to see you. Hope to see you one day again soon." Yes, Florida. Oh, I think Mary Ann is in Florida too. She says, Florida is no joke. People have face masks, tan lines.
Not the tan lines on the face.
Douglas was my next door neighbor. He's on Spread Love. Say word. He says, "Good evening, ladies." Jasmine says, "Come on, surrender." Yes, Nikki, surrender. Come on.
Yes.
Yes, Phyllis. That's what I'm talking about. Type it in. Surrender. We gotta surrender.
Phyllis is
Surrender.
on Jackie.
Huh?
She said that New York is doing well with the curve, and it has been flattened, and they are in phase 3 of the reopening. Oh, she's lost 10 coworkers to COVID. Wow, Phyllis.
Oh, Phyllis.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
So sorry. So
That
sorry,
is-
Phyllis.
That is hard.
That is
hard to
tough.
bear.
Yeah. I've heard of some people that I used to work with at Brookdale Hospital in Brooklyn.
Oh my.
Past-
Oh my God, Francine, our
Fran-
bestie is on. Francine says, unfortunately, PTSD will be a byproduct of this pandemic, especially for our young people who have been robbed of social interactions with their peers and or celebrating important milestones in their lives. That is a good comment.
Yes.
Now, Franny, I've known I'm telling you, we almost twins. I think that I know we didn't come out the same mother, but we actually were born in the same hospital in Brooklyn, a day apart from each other, both in incubators, and we met each other when we were 1 year old in the same nursery school. Francine mother always talks about how when she brought Franny in, she walked right up to me and we hugged at 1 year old. So say word.
They were
Say word. So yes.
Yeah, that's been big, and I'm glad that she brought that up, because that was a huge part of the unfortunate side of it, that you had so many young people and so many people who had to cancel celebrations and things that they'll never be able to get back, graduations and weddings, and unfortunately funerals. I mean,
I know.
Funerals, not being able to say goodbye to your loved ones, and I know that has had to been really difficult for a lot of people. And like I said, I'm so grateful that I haven't personally had to experience that, but I know of people in this area and in New York who have had to do that. So you pray for them and wish them well, and hope that we can all come through this somehow. Mm-hmm. On the better side of things, or at least try to have a good perspective on things and outlook on it, because I mean, at this point, what else can you do?
What else can you do? It's true.
Well, I can tell you what else I was doing. I was eating a little bit too much. And I was also drinking a little bit too much. I had to check myself. I'm like, I can't. I lost
19 stands for something else.
Look,
COVID-19 pounds.
You trying to gain the COVID-19.
COVID-20.
Well,
right?
I will say that I've been. I don't know if y'all can see the guns. I've been the major guns here. I've been working out.
It's a chopper.
I'm not mad at you. I need Michelle.
Say word.
Hey, word.
Say word.
Hey, Nikki.
I'm like, you know what?
Look, Nikki, let me
Let me hide in the
While you
corner.
playing? Wait, while y'all playing, I got this nice shirt on and some workout pants. my workout bottoms are pants. I got my workout pants on.
Jackie, you got the guns, and I got the wings.
You got the wings.
Jackie has the guns, and I have the wings.
Oh.
I'm about to fly away.
Jackie, I need to get your workout routine, because I need to get my arms looking like that.
Listen, wait, hold on. Let me see. Can you see the side? The side one. That tricep.
Bulge.
I used to have it anymore. I need to find it back again.
Jackie's been very entertaining, folks. But speaking of entertainment, Jackie, we got to get going on some of these topics.
So family. So we had plans. Okay, we had a lot of plans for this show, for us to be chopping through these shows. So this is day one. So there gonna be some things we're gonna try to get through really quick now, because we want to try to see how much of the show we can get through. But I wouldn't be mad at you guys, because we're going to talk about entertainment. Definitely, we have to talk about what's been going on in entertainment and all that other good stuff. But y'all did work out. I don't want y'all to think y'all did bad. Do y'all remember this?
Oh,
Did you
Look at
post that?
Nikki.
Do you see how horrible my hair looks?
Nikki.
Oh man. Say word.
Say what?
Oh,
He's gonna go right out.
Let me do an instant replay.
Oh hell.
I'm leaving. Bye, everybody.
Wait, I love your background, Candace. That's nice. Your office is nice.
Jackie just blew us up. It's all done.
We worked out together.
Jackie had us on this crazy workout, and it was interesting. You know? So, any of you guys ready to join on this treadmill thing that she does?
Tread.
And then she had
The
on there for like
tread.
an hour. You want to do 2 more songs? No, we want to do 2 more.
No.
Go.
Nikki was like, "Nope, we're good.
No.
No more songs.
No.
Dude,
I'm ready to get off this
she's like,
treadmill.
we're ready. Y'all good? No, we not good. We about to die.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. So back to entertainment.
Ready?
Yes, so let's talk about some entertainment. And what a great way. You know what? I just want to say some comments. Janelle said, you guys are a hot mess. Terry says, I'm in the chopper. LaShawn is on. LaShawn, we're going to have you on. Speaking of entertainment, LaShawn, you guys have to get her single, Be Still. Oh my goodness. It is such an amazing single. And maybe if I'm able to play it before, but I actually want to do it service. I want you to come on, LaShawn. She says, go Jack. And I want to interview you. She is an amazing worship leader, an amazing recording artist. Her song is incredible. She's been on Amplify many times. And so we're going to have to come in and have a conversation. Because, you know, the way we do it here at Say Word is a little different. You know, we get into the real of things. So we're going to have the real conversations. Okay, so let's get into
BET Awards.
Yes, BET Awards. I'm sorry. Thank you. Keep me on track. So last night we had the first virtual BET Awards, and I just want to talk about it was hosted by Amanda Seales, and she was hilarious. Okay, she's always she's just not politically correct. she says how she feels. Alicia Keys performed. I thought the performances were really, really, really nice.
Yes.
And I believe Amanda's from a West Indian background too, you know.
She is. She has a Caribbean mama. And so
Grenada, I think.
They're from Grenada, right? Where are they from?
I think it's Grenada.
Oh, okay. We don't want to quote it, but we know she's from one of them places. She's from the islands, and you'll find that all the islands we all mixed in together, because I'm Trinidadian and all of that, everything, because I know about my roti and my bus up shot and my bake from Goya. So and I'm Puerto Rican. Look, when I go to Puerto Rico and spend time with Francine's mom, that's my mom. Okay, so I eat my arroz con pollo and all that stuff. Don't play. That's what you'll realize when you grew up in New York, that it's very.
So Franny said she's
diverse.
Grenadian.
She says she's Grenadian. Exactly.
Right?
So, yes.
I can't see no comments, nothing. Hi, everybody.
You can't see anything. Okay. Well, I just want to talk about so y'all church folk, I know y'all so churchy, but Megan Thee Stallion got 2 awards. Y'all so churchy because y'all know nothing about that Savage. Meanwhile, y'all be playing it.
That's my song.
Okay, so Alicia Keys performed her new song. Jennifer Hudson, she performed a song, and we'll talk about her movie coming out. Maybe next show we'll be able to play the trailer. Drake won 6 awards. Beyonce was given a Lifetime Achievement Award, but she was honored by Michelle Obama, which was really, really nice. And so but Jonathan McReynolds, I just really loved what he did, and so I'm gonna see if I could play a little clip of his performance.
The peaceful shore
So amazing.
sinking deep in the ocean of thoughts they were thinking.
He's a wonderful gospel artist.
With validation I was seeking, deliver me from people. When you said you could heal me from anything,
Then we have Beyonce. can't hear what she's saying, but she was on giving her acceptance speech, telling everybody to go out and vote. It was a really amazing show. I thought that they were really creative. She has a movie coming out, and so I really enjoyed the show. It gave us some cliffhangers. So this will be a new movie that she has coming out, and so I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching Lil Wayne performed. Fight the power. They did the little segment. Fight the power.
Yeah.
I need y'all to type in who sung that song. If I want to see my real New York heads, see if y'all know hip hop. But overall, she received the humanitarian award. That's what Beyonce received, and Blue Ivy was there with her. And so I find that a lot of people are lending their voice in many different ways, artistry and all that to make a stand and to have a space where you can say, hey, enough is enough.
Right.
Correct.
Amazing.
Beyonce group, I think it's Chloe X and I forgot the name of them.
Oh yes, they amazing.
Yes. So yeah.
Did you guys get to see some of the clips?
Jackson said, JM performance was one of the best. Love the whole show. BT really set the tone for virtual award shows. So that's amazing. Uncle Luke. Oh, Terrence said Uncle Luke sang it. Public Enemy.
Terrence said Uncle Luke sang it. Terrence, I'm gonna need you not to comment no more. Say word. Did you say Uncle Luke?
Uncle Luke, really? Public Enemy, yup.
That's right. Helen. Oh, look. Farrah says Strong Island's own Public Enemy.
Yes.
Phyllis says Public Enemy. Look, y'all know hip hop.
Yes.
Yeah,
so that's great. So anyone who didn't catch it, please check it out. And you're right. I think that they did a great job with setting the tone for virtual award shows, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how that continues to happen and the performances. And I thought that everyone went on there and they did a great job. So shout out to BET and the BET Awards and all of the artists who performed, and also everyone who won awards. So I want to kind of move on again, and let's get going on this lifestyle topic.
Yes.
So we've been talking a lot about growing up in the Caribbean, and with Caribbean parents, and so we're gonna pass it over to Dr. Nikki.
Dr. Nikki,
this Caribbean lifestyle.
Yes, I think we all have some funny stories from when we were growing up, and I tell you that we're gonna laugh about that. But did you guys see that Beanie Man versus Bounty Killer?
Yo.
Can I just tell you, I was actually outside in front of my house barbecuing, and I'm out there going bloop bloop.
I was gonna say,
really. I'm just saying, I was just so excited. I was happy. I was just like, yo, this is bringing back memories and hooky parties. Well,
hooky parties.
Hooky parties
brought back memories, man. And also, going to backyard jams in Brooklyn, and also going to, Eastern Parkway, Labor Day parade. Come on. That just brought back memories. So who do you guys think won? Was it Beanie Man or was it
Oh, no, you didn't. No, you did not ask that on camera.
I just had to throw that out there.
All right, everyone, type in who you think won.
Who do you think won? Beanie Man or Bounty Killer?
Who won, everybody? Who won?
I'm still.
Nikki, won?
Type in who you think won.
You asked the question. You answer it first, Nikki. Dr. Nikki, who
Oh
won?
man.
Oh, Farrah says make sure everyone votes in November, please. Yes, that is important.
Oh yes, please. That's definitely what we will be talking about. You gotta vote in November.
We gotta vote in November. Yes. So
that's kind
we want to hear. We want to hear from y'all. Tell us who you think won. If you saw the ballot, if you didn't, don't feel left out. We'll keep you in the know here.
Yes.
Right,
So Dr. Nikki,
right.
you still have to answer.
Well, I can't really answer.
Javanka says she gotta go with Beanie.
Ooh, okay. So Beanie won. Okay. All right. Phyllis said Beanie.
I'm gonna go with Bounty Killer because I'm gonna go with the opposite of what everybody's saying. Because I love both of them. I'll be honest with you. I didn't sit down at 1 minute. I was up there dancing all night in my driveway.
Those of you who have no idea what we're talking about, let's just give you a little clip.
A little snippet.
Yeah, big song. International dancehall crossroads. Boy, anyway, Beanie, me not smoke out and joke.
Just a little clip. So
it was bananas.
It was bananas. Those of you who don't know what's been going on in the whole Instagram world, it's been a clash and a battle of songwriters. Mostly it's been songwriters from the U.S., the R&B songwriters. They even did Kirk Franklin and Jill Scott and
Jill Scott,
Erykah Badu. But there was one with Kirk Franklin and Fred Hammond, which I thought was amazing. And Jamaica represented. Wah! Say word. So everybody was on. And so you know, it was very exciting for us folks who have, you know, grew up, and that's, you know, culturally part of the thing. So we got excited. But what was funny was when the police came knocking.
And you know he made a song?
He made a song. No, I was trying to pull it up.
I thought I sent it to you.
Well, you know what? We're gonna have to play it next time. But it was it's a good song. You did send it. I just gotta see. I gotta find out where.
Yes.
Franny says it was a big win for the culture and the fans. Yes. Phyllis says Beanie Man won. Kim says Bounty Killer won. Phyllis says Beanie Man.
Yeah, from what I remember, I think it was over 500,000 people that was viewing.
It was great. Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing. We had a good time. That was fun for me. And you know, Terrence has no idea what's going on. So I'm here excited. He looking like, I don't know why she's so excited. I'm like, like, yo.
You know what's the crazy
I was
part,
too.
I think, with all of this is that, you know, you forget that you're like, it's your phone and you're like watching the video. You couldn't tell me.
You couldn't tell me.
Not in the audience.
For real. For real.
And like, you know, my kids just already think I'm crazy. They don't pay me no attention. They'll just walk by and be like, that's mom. She just, but I mean, it was like, you know, when they would rewind, you know, you stop and you gotta pause.
You know,
you have to get ready.
You gotta get ready.
It's about to happen. It's about to happen.
It's about to happen. It's about to go down.
What's to go on? And then when they rewind and bring it, you go crazy. So I thought like the best part was seeing all the celebrities like
watching.
That was the best.
No, wait a minute. But in the comments, I don't know if y'all caught this, but Erykah Badu kept on saying "Buju." I was like, "Where Buju? Me not see no Buju."
No Buju.
Yo. No. And I said, I haven't seen that nowhere. And you know, I'm a good old praying woman, so I don't want to put nobody on blast. But Erykah, you can't be like Buju. No, that was Beanie Man and that was Bounty Killer, and nobody said nothing.
They were.
She was like Buju.
I didn't see that.
I caught it. That's what I'm saying. I was in.
I caught it.
I was committed to the process.
Oh, yes.
And my girl was like Buju.
Oh gosh.
And she said it a couple of times, and I'm like, Buju, where? It's Beanie Man versus Bounty Killer. Damn, me not see no Buju nowhere. Where Bullshit at?
Farris said, Beanie told the police to step off.
Beanie told the police to step
Sure
off.
didn't he?
He sure did.
I'm in
He
the middle
sure
of a
did.
sound clash. You can't disrupt.
You can't disrupt.
Man,
You want to do? He said, "We really gonna do this?"
we really
Well,
gonna
Dang, Jack. I thought I said
I had. Listen, you did send it. I'm
That
gonna have to
song is
find it. I'm gonna have to find it so I can get it. You sent it. You did
So-
send it.
So I wanted to talk about also stories about our parents, you know. So I don't know if you guys always heard the same thing, or your parents said, you know, you can walk 5 miles. I used to walk to school with no shoes on.
No shoes.
No shoes.
No shoes, carrying how many backpacks or whatever, or holding something on my head. They always give you something. And I'm like, well, dang, but why it gotta be hard for us? Just because you did it don't mean we gotta do that too. Like, Mom, if you're going this way, can you drive? No, you can walk. Or it was just hilarious. And one thing she always used to say, because my mom was tiny. My mom was like 5'2", and I'm 5'9". She used to say, small axe cut down big trees. Did you ever have people say that?
Small axe. Oh wow.
Cuts down big trees. I used to laugh at that. I'm telling you, and I still laugh at that to this day. And I bet you, when I have my kids, I'm going to say the same thing. Actually, I may not, because if I'm taller than them, there's no need for me to say that. But anyway, I'm just saying. What other things did your parents used to say that used to crack you up?
Well, somebody said it earlier today. Those who can't hear must feel. That was something that I heard a lot.
Definitely.
Yes.
A lot. No. Oh, you don't want to listen? Those who can't hear must feel. But when you think about it, it's true.
It's true.
You got to use your senses.
Yes.
And here's another one that my mom and family members always used to say, you want me to give you something to cry for?
Yes.
You know what?
That is something.
That might be a universal thing. I done heard some American families say that.
I think that is universal.
That's universal.
Yeah, you might be right about that. You might be right.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. I don't know. You know,
My grandmom used to say, what do you think of, I am a poppy show? A
poppy show.
Like, it's a puppet. Like, so
a
it's
poppy show.
But she would say a poppy show. And then she would say, what do you think I is a boboli?
You know what my mother used to say? Wanty wanty no getty getty, but getty no wanty wanty. You'd be like, what? Wanty wanty no getty getty, but getty no wanty wanty. You'd be like, what did you just say?
I know.
Crazy.
It's too much. Too much.
So, it's too much. I did mention earlier about Labor Day Parade.
Yeah.
I would always go every single year. That was one event that I always would look forward to, because, you know, we would come out and just enjoy ourselves for that weekend. And I really miss Labor Day. I haven't gone in the last couple of years, especially with me living out here in Maryland. It's kind of hard to go. But when I do go, I really miss it and I enjoy it. So is there any other events that go on in Brooklyn that you guys actually miss or love
I would
so
say
much?
for me, block parties.
Block parties.
Block parties.
But you know,
When you would have the dance contest,
yo,
the DJ be rocking all the hits.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, you couldn't tell us nothing when our little street was closed up.
Listen,
And it would go to the nighttime. Oh man, that for me.
was the best. But you know, Candace, I agree with you. But in my neighborhood in Maryland, we do those things here.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
miss
like,
block.
huh?
I miss block parties.
But you know, we have them. We create the life that we want. You know what I'm saying? We have house parties. We have block parties, but those were the best. And I think I appreciate them more here because I feel like, man, this is what I grew up doing. The kids play together. And, you know, we grew up in the concrete jungle, you know. So on the backyard was not green. It was concrete. That, you know, I'm going to meet you in the alleyway. You know, those it just It just wasn't.
So I'm sorry. Doug said, getting in trouble, the beating was always supposed to be 2 licks.
2
But
licks.
it never was.
2 licks.
2 licks.
Right.
2 licks.
Oh man, and then Freya C said or a hard head makes for a soft. You know what?
Hard ears.
Yes.
Hard head make a
Yes.
soft. That was a good one.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh, Anna said free concerts and Coca Loco.
Oh.
Yes.
Not the Coca Loco.
I also used to love Little Italy too. That usually happened around September.
Yes.
That was good. But you know, those Winthrop concerts, that's what she's talking about, right?
Yes.
Winthrop concerts. Yeah, that was a good concert.
Sparrow was out there.
Oh my goodness.
So many different artists. One night Anthony Hamilton was out there too. I was like,
they had some good concerts. Farrah says, great job, ladies. Gotta catch the next one. Congratulations, stay safe. Raymond says, love this concept and the energy, queens. Looking forward to future shows. Douglas says, oh, okay, yeah, I saw that. Yep. Okay, good. Yeah, so I just wanted to say shout out.
Thank you.
So I found a song, y'all.
What?
Let's see if y'all can hear it.
Invite us, Jamaica. After versus, invite us, be the man and bun to kill a tuta DJ from Jamaica for run the competition.
This is inspired by that sound class that y'all showed. So
who call the officer, but what? Right here in front the world eyes. Here come these 2 police guys. Them intention never that wise. So me ask, do you wanna be that guy? We stop dance all from rising high. Me ask them, do you wanna be that guy? We stop the Jamaican flag from fly. Do you?
Okay, all right. You know, I just had to. I think I'm a DJ.
Yes, lady. Growing up Caribbean, and we're
Caribbean
on this topic because this is a big one, and we'll keep talking about our experiences growing up in Brooklyn, culture, foods. Definitely next time we got to talk about the foods, everybody. We got to definitely cover it, ladies.
We have to cover the food.
Food is big for us and our culture. So I wanted to do this kind of fun topic, and this is what we're going to call our Say Word.
Say Word.
So we're going to ask each other some questions and then see what those answers are going to be, ladies. So are you ready?
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to start it off, and I'm going to ask Dr. Nikki, okay?
Yeah.
So, Dr. Nikki, if you had to choose a song as the theme to your life right now, what would it be? What
My
would that
song right
be?
now? Okay, I did mention it earlier. And every time this song comes on, I can't control myself. But it's Savage.
I'm savage.
Yes, the Beyonce and Megan Thee Stallion remix. That's my joint right there. Sometimes the days that I feel so down, especially going to work, I put that song and I put it on repeat and I go in there like, what? I'm a savage. Right there. My joint.
Do you do the dance too?
I'm a savage. Well, my daughters know the routine. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know. It's fortunate. If we learned it, maybe it'd be fortunate for us. But for them little children and them London talk about, you don't see that move? I'm throwing it back, huh? What you say, girl?
So yeah, I have a friend of mine. She does great shirts, and she got a shirt that says, "Do you jump to put your jeans on?"
Do you jump to put your jeans on? Wow.
Yeah, so I had to get that because I definitely jump.
Jump to put it on.
Hey, y'all.
Look, Nikki. Anna says TikTok. Yep, it's TikTok, Anna. That TikTok. But you know what? I got a TikTok account, so I'm trying to get hip with this thing.
Oh yeah, Jacq.
So question. I can't see any comments.
Okay.
I can't see any comments. So my sister's saying she's typing something. I think she's underneath Trey Boogie or Ginger Boogie.
You know what? She might be typing. Did you share on your page?
I can't.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it.
I can't share anything. I don't know what's going on.
Let me see. Where we at? Let's see.
Right.
I can't see any of the comments. Is she on YouTube?
No, I think she's on. Let me ask her.
We have viewers on YouTube as well. I need to.
Right.
Javanka said, "Thank you, ladies. Excellent topics. Looking forward for the next one. Say word."
So
so I
before
have a
everyone
question.
starts to disappear. Nikki,
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Your question.
I have a question. So this question goes to Jackie.
Okay.
If you had to serve a meal to the former President Obama and First Lady Michelle that represents you, what would it be? What would you cook? What would you cook?
Well, okay, so I'm not gonna get too technical. I'm gonna go with my favorites, the things that people always love. Things that so I would do a coconut curry rice.
What I said, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it before you.
And I would do a glazed salmon. I would also do a mixed spring salad with cranberries, dried tomatoes.
Oh no!
Well, you know I'm hungry. Why are you gonna do this to me right now?
Then I would do a bread pudding with coconut ice cream with a little bit of caramel drizzled.
No, not the drizzle. Yes. That sounds like it represents you, Jackie. That sounds like
yes, it does.
You. I like that.
It
I
does.
think that
but I thought she was going to say curry shrimp, you know.
Yes, and the curry shrimp. Oh, how can I forget the curry shrimp?
Oh man.
Maybe because I made salmon. But see, we multitask here. I had to cook. I had to work. We did 2 shows today, and y'all gotta see the one day we're gonna do the behind the scenes of how I was acting right before the show.
Yes. Well, Jackie, I feel like everything you said represents you very well, and I think that
it does.
The former president and former first lady would be very impressed and would love that food. So
say word.
Kudos to you. Say word. Okay, so
yes,
Jackie, you have a question for me, don't you?
Yes. Okay. Candy, if you had to pick a movie to describe you, what would that movie be and why?
Oh, goodness. Well, you know I'm a Gemini, so I have 2 sides to me. So everyone that knows me knows like one of my favorite movies of all time is Braveheart. Okay?
Braveheart.
Okay? Braveheart, when he does the speech on the horse, and you know, it's a small group of these men, and he gives them that speech, and they're about to go up against, you know, this huge army, and he just inspires them and goes in there and just, you know, does what he got to do. That's it. I don't need a lot.
That's it.
Listen,
Braveheart.
as long as I got a few.
That's the
Braveheart.
You know what?
Okay, so now you know I'm a Gemini, so I mean, there's another side. We'll talk about that later. I got too many sides to me, but I would say Braveheart. Yeah, I would say Braveheart would definitely describe me to the fullest, probably. So yeah, so that's great, guys.
Yes,
that's great.
This has been amazing.
This has been so fun.
Amazing.
Yes, and guys, we are going to be talking about so many different topics through this season. We just wanted to give you a little taste of who we are.
Yes. So Dr. Nikki, you want to
Dr. Nikki.
Yeah. So I'd like to take the time right now to thank you all for joining us, and all of you who actually have been writing in and giving us comments and questions. We appreciate you. So we want to thank you, and we want you to join us next Monday right here at 7 p.m.
Yes.
Okay? And we are going to talk about so many different things, and we're going to make you laugh, and it's going to make you really think about what's really going on out there. And some of the topics that we're going to be talking about is careers. We're going to be talking about insecurities, relationships, and travel. And I know all 3 of us up here love to travel.
We love to travel.
We can't wait to talk about that.
Yes.
And we want you all to please like and share.
Like and share.
Like and share, and please follow Amplify Network.
Yes.
And definitely Morgan Taylor Scrubs as well too.
Yes, Morgan Taylor
So we're gonna
Scrubs.
talk
You
about
got
that
to
next week.
Yes, we're gonna talk about careers and how we're career women, and all these things, and how we actually are gonna start having guests on.
Yes.
So if you want to hear about a topic, please make sure you direct message us on Amplify Network and put in say word. So we know that you're wanting to talk about or give information regarding that particular show.
Yes.
All right.
This has been great, ladies.
This has been wonderful.
Enjoyed it so much.
Thank you everybody for staying on. Yes, thank you for commenting. Thank you for staying us. Continue, and those of you who are watching now and have not liked the Amplify page, whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you're watching on Facebook, hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Hit that follow and like button on Facebook so that you can get the notifications. Also, on YouTube, hit that notification button so that when a show comes up, you know that we're on. So we want you guys to lock in with us and be with us on Mondays. Let's get your Mondays going. And let's have fun. We're going to talk about serious topics. We're going to have fun. You're going to see all kinds of stuff. We're going to be doing cook-offs, dance-offs, and we want you to join in. So we might even we'll bring you in. Come on. And look, come on. So we love you guys. We try to get in as many topics as we could. We just want you to continue to share this. Sharing is caring. So we want you to continue. Share and like. Tell everybody, buddy watch, get people on, and we really appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with us on our first show. Say
word, ladies.
Say word. Say word. Say word. Love you all. Elaine says, thank you, beautiful ladies. And Anna says, thank you, ladies. We thank you for joining us.
Set LP to compact this from 92 to 2020. Somebody call it, me I do it from the 70s when the sound system and the music. You ride the Godfather from days when you touch it. Big youth, musical youth and diamonds with the challenge. Me living on me when I Paris born to kill at the ground. Got the legendary life we living.
This shit getting a good
right here in front of the world. Here come these two police guys. Their intention never otherwise. So me ask
why you wanna be that guy?
Stop dance all for rising high. Me ask them, do you wanna be that guy?
Dance everybody.
Dance everyone. You better dance with us. Say word.
Be that guy. Bad man, do you wanna be that guy? Do you wanna be that guy? Youngster, do you wanna be that guy? I will never wanna be that guy. Stop dance all from anywhere. Kick down every barrier. I want